can't knock the hustle. And if you gotta get in place, then we gon' put your business on display. Grab a seat with Neesha for a minute. And if you got the goods, we can talk about your business. She know what it's like to make a move independently. And I don't fake us like that. We been trusting God like that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, we gon' put your business on display.
Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Neesha here with Neesha's Network. I am super happy to be here. I'm taking a break from interviews just today, but I'm going to talk a little bit about what I have going on. So if you are watching this, please share. Please share. And this is a time you can ask me anything. Like, I have the chat right here. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about what's going on, what questions you need to know, and that you may want to know, inquiring minds want to know. So today, I'm a little raspy, but I decided to wear a hat today because I said I wear many hats. So not just the physical hat, but I wear many hats in the industry of my life. And hey, Miss Nicole, and I need you to send me an email. I wear many hats throughout my life, and I am 51, very grateful for 51 years of just God's blessings, his favor. You all know I'm married 32 years to the best person in the world, the best man in the world. Hey, Eb. And that's that Wesley Stringfellow. 4 children, 5 grandchildren. My latest one I'm going to see in a couple weeks, Mr. Dominic Lorenzo. But I'm just super excited to be here just to talk. So I was thinking about this with this hat I have on. As many of you all know, I'm a hairstylist, proud hairstylist of 30 years now, and super excited about that business, co-owned with Ebony Roberts and NK Artistry in Tinley Park. So that's a plug for NK Artistry if you all are looking for an amazing salon to visit and come and experience just relaxation as well as fun, as well as healthy hair care. That's the place you need to go. So I'll be doing this kind of in between my conversations. But so I've been a hairstylist 30 years. I remember growing up as a little girl and not having a lot of friends. And if I shed a tear, y'all just go with it, okay? just go with it. Not having a lot of friends. I grew up in the church and I had a lot of people I was surrounded by, but not really a lot of friends. I was afforded the privilege by my mom and dad sacrificing to go to Christian school. And so that was amazing in itself, right? Because it was 8 of us at the time. And so I was grateful to be going to this sheltered little Christian school. But even then I had some experiences where I had, just really had to deal with rejection and really not feeling like I mattered or always having to prove myself. I can remember being at the playground sometimes trying to tell the little kids, about Jesus. You need to know Jesus. And so I think the evangelist has always kind of like been inside of me to really, I think I just didn't want to go to hell, y'all. That was just the truth. I'm just being honest. As a little girl, there was a lot of hell messages going on with my grandfather preaching. So the truth is that I literally did not want to go to hell, and I didn't want nobody else to go either. And I think that was like kind of the beginning of my wanting to include everybody and wanting everybody to join the party and wanting everybody to be a part and didn't want anybody to be left out because I felt left out many times. I can recall we didn't get to go many places because our parents sheltered us. And so we couldn't hang out after church at McDonald's. I would be so happy when I could go, but it wasn't very often to go after church to McDonald's. So all my friends would go and I'd have to go home with my family and eat a home cooked meal. Oh, what a horrible thing. I had to eat a home cooked meal. But of course, as you're a little girl, you don't really understand that. But there again, another part of feeling left out. And so fast forwarding until my grammar school years, they were pretty amazing. But then a lot of mishaps that took place that caused me to say, I just feel like nobody liked me. And I don't know why I'm telling y'all this story. I think I do. It's going somewhere. But anyway, so I went on through high school. I remember going to the first freshman year, going to high school at Evangelical Christian School. I actually attended Evangelical Christian School my entire grammar school years, except for 1 year. And then I went on and they had offered it for 1 year. And it was an amazing opportunity for people that were able to attend the Evangelical Christian School on 99th and Vincennes. God rest the souls of my former godparents, Paul and Queen Esther Evans. And so, long story short, moving forward, I went to college at Chicago State University. I'm skipping over high school because I need to. I went to Chicago State University, and that's where I met Wes, and got a little sidetracked. We got sidetracked, you guys, and but it was a good sidetrack in the fact that I didn't know he was going to be my husband of 32 years, and we have amazing children and all of that. I'm going to move a little forward and say that early on we knew there was something special about our relationship, and so it started me to thinking. When we were young, I wanted everybody to come to our house. I wanted everybody to gather. I wanted to cook everybody a meal. I wanted everybody just to feel loved and included and all of those things. And so those were some of those things that, just like were a passion of mine because of the things I experienced from my childhood, which wasn't the worst, but it just wasn't fun. I decided that I wanted to do something different. And then we got married young. So many people were like, you all are not going to stay married. I give you all 5 years. Well, praise be unto God. The jokes is on the enemy because we've been married 32 years and are able to operate in ministry. So moving forward, when our friends were getting divorced, or after we had been married a little while, and a lot of our friends started getting divorced, and it was very devastating to me because I just wanted everybody just love and happiness. That's not the entire way of the world, but I wanted it to be that way in my world. So anyway, the funny part about that is that we started a marriage ministry. We said, hey, let's gather couples who want to get together and want to be able to stay married. So that's been 21 years now that we have been able to share the love of God's love through marriage and marriage building, team building, marriage coaching, marriage counseling, writing our book, Reboot Your Marriage, Simple Secrets, and hopefully more on the horizon. But just thinking about my life's journey, and my mom started Heart Life Ministries in 1999. It was called Heart to Heart at the time. And she started Heart Life Ministries for women. But because during that time, me and Wes didn't have a covering, we said, Mother, would you mind covering us until we find a church home? And so it wasn't very long that we did find our current church home, which is CLC, Christian Life Center in Tinley Park. But Heart to Heart was in existence and it covered us. And we took the reins, and later on the name changed to Heart Life Ministries. It was prophesied to us many, many times of all the different things that would happen for Heart Life Ministries. And people would always prophesy to us, and Wes would kind of like, I don't want to say he would get like kind of funny acting about it, but he was like, yeah, people are always saying we're going to be a millionaire, or people are always saying this. But I think that was never my concern. I wanted the healthiness. I didn't want to do without, but I wanted the healthiness of our relationship to sustain, because to me, as my mom taught us, that's more important than anything in the world, any amount of money. There are so many people that have so much money and they do not have peace. And I just wanted peace in my home, peace with my children, peace in my family, peace in every area. So I'm moving on to say that, throughout the last, I'm going to say 32 years, my hats, I have worn many, many hats, from a hairstylist to a marriage coach, life and family coach, to starting the marriage ministry and being over Heart Life Ministries. And then most recently, the platform for Neesha's network. It's been amazing. It's been great, you guys. Yay, right? But along the way, sometimes you can get a little weary and saying, when, Lord, are you going to show up in some areas that you promised me years ago? So I want to talk about delayed is not denied. And I went all the way down the backstory of my life just to bring us here. I had the privilege today for Heart Life Ministries to go and look at a property. And we are actually so excited because we have been afforded a grant from Heart Life Ministries to start a recovery program for the Will and Grundy County. And I am so grateful. And I know my point in even bringing that up is that the delayed has not been denied. God's promises for us will show up. You just have to be ready for the appointed time. And so, with that being said, now is the time. Heart Life is expanding. We are extending our hand and our reach for the kingdom of God. And so I know people are like, well, what does that have to do with Neesha's network? Well, I'm the one that has been really just like connecting, because the connections and talking to people and sharing with people your vision and coaching people and counseling people for free and not worrying about the money, but worrying about the changes that will be made in people's lives. Um, Delayed is not denied. And now we can open up the world to say, here's another opportunity to be able to help people to get whole and get healed from the things that are holding them back from accomplishing all they have in their life that they are supposed to accomplish in their life. What a privilege. I am just humbled today and grateful about the HLM, that's Heart Life Ministries Recovery 180. The program has finally launched, and we're updating our website right now with the information. That delayed is not denied. That little girl that was feeling inadequate, that's me, feeling insecure, didn't do things the traditional way. God wind up opening up a world to me where I have met thousands and thousands of people that I've been able to love on and just to expand God's love in the world. So I'm really, really grateful, right? I am so grateful. I'm grateful for Neesha's network. And I know, I think a millionaire told me this on Clubhouse. He said, Neesha's network is just God's gift. That's just something you love to do, is put people's businesses and ministries and opportunities on display. And that is the truth. But today I said, let me put Heart Life Ministries on display, because that's something that has really been a blessing to so many people. And it's not about me. It's not about Wes. It's not about my mom. It's not about the team. It's about God. Are you getting the glory out of people's lives where you can change? I have a question here. What advice can you give to married couples that didn't see a healthy family life growing up? You know what? I always say this. If you want to be a millionaire, hang with millionaires. If you want to have a healthy marriage, hang out with healthy marriages. If you want to go be a doctor, you're going to go to school for medicine. If you want to know how to have a healthy marriage, go and connect with people and go to school with people that have a healthy marriage. If you want to be an eagle, soar with eagles, you got to hang out with eagles. You have to look at a different environment. And that was something that I really decided to do. I really wanted to look at a different environment. I didn't care for the environment I was in. And I love growing up in my grandfather's church. He was pretty renowned around the city, but of Chicago, God rest his soul. But I knew I wanted more. I knew that there was a more inside of me, and I didn't understand. And I want to say that about when you with your children, if you see they have a gleam in their eye for more, find out what that is. Find out what area you see is their gifting that is like kind of trying to lurk up. I was one of those people that always wanted the finer things in life. So I would always follow along the people that had the greatest shoes in the world, or they had the most fashionable clothes. And thinking about that, I was like, you know what? I want to be like her. Now this is really crazy, you guys. I even studied someone's penmanship, and I began to write like her. I began to take the pen and say, you know what, she has beautiful penmanship. I want to write like her. And I just immediately picked it up. But that wasn't to say that what I had to offer wasn't a good thing, that the gift God had given me wasn't good. It was just the fact that, what are you aspiring after? What do you see that you want, that you're just laying dormant? And it feels like you'll never achieve that. It feels like it's delayed. It feels like, is this ever going to end? Like the pandemic, is the COVID-19 ever going to end? Or am I ever going to see that big house that I wanted? Or am I ever going to reach people or be able to use my gift? Delayed is not denied. The timing is now. Trust God, trust the process. I'm not a millionaire yet. I say that. I'm a millionaire in so many other areas, but not in the financial piece. But I believe that's coming. And a lot of times it's not just to be a millionaire to say, look what I have or look what me and Wes have, but it's to say, how can I be effective in the world to bring change? That is the most important thing. So whatever hat you're wearing in this world. And another thing I thought about, well, let me finish my thought because I have a tendency to jump. Whatever hat you're wearing in the world today, make sure it's the hat God designed for you and make sure it's His timing that you are wearing it. Okay? So, whatever assignment you have in the earth, make sure that you do it to the fullest potential, but make sure that you're exactly on track. God, am I on track here? Or am I just picking up one more thing, one more hat that's going to wear me down? I feel like thinking about all the years that I dream, and I'm a dreamer. I dream in my sleep, but I always have vision. I always see things that I want to see happen and for people. I'm an igniter. As my sister Deborah says, I'm a business influencer. I pay attention to what you have and say, you know what, how can we make that grow? Um, it's exciting for me, and I don't know where the resources come from or whatever, but I'm going to do everything in my power to invest in people that have vision and dream, because I believe that's the gift that God has given me. So today, you guys, networkers and Neesha's network and family and friends, if you're watching this, what dreams have been delayed, just remember they will not be denied. God is a God that keeps His promises. His word will not return it to you, Him void, but it will accomplish that what it was sent out to do. So what are you dreaming about today? What is your vision? Do you need to find somebody to help it to grow or make it come alive? Contact Neesha's network. That's why people subscribe to Neesha's network. They don't subscribe to Neesha's network because they feel like they just need something else better to subscribe to. They subscribe because you're going somewhere. So where are you going? Where are you headed? What's going on new in your world today? I would love to oh, somebody asked me, oh, that's my daughter. She said, what would I do with millions? I think I shared that a couple weeks because I just started thinking about it. God, if you gave me enough money right now, honey, I would build houses for people that don't have them. I would employ people that are not employed. I would build businesses for people that want their own business. I personally would build a bed and breakfast because I would want people to have a staycation rest away. I called it a rest away. So people can go and get a respite because I'm that person that needs to take a moment to actually rest and walk away from my regular scheduled program to regroup. We all need to regroup. Otherwise, your life will be denied and delayed. Everybody needs to take a exhale moment. The millions, I mean, I would probably feed the homeless, clothe the people who are naked. I would do everything. I probably would give it all away is what I would do. Because I just love to give. And I love to give more than just the financial piece. I want people to walk away with something that they can build upon. I can't think of that phrase. If you all think of it and you're chatting in the box with me, one of the things I think about is like, don't give them the bread, give them the means to learn how to make the bread. And they'll never be, they'll always have something to do. I can't think of what it's called, but I'll put it in the phrases later. But I am Neesha's network here today, and I'm just talking about delayed is not denied. Tell us about your new place in Tinley Park. Well, it's not new. We've been there 4 years. It's called NK Artistry, Professional Salon Care. And me and Ebony both were talking about going home to work and retire. We were like, we're done. She's 20 years. I was 30 years. I'm like, it's just enough. We didn't care for the space we were working in. Teach a man to fish. Thank you, Nicole. Teach a man to fish. That's what it is. Anyway, so we are there and we provide a place for people to be able to come, ladies, and if gentlemen want to come, to be able to come, and it's a respite. It's a salon where you'll come and you'll just be able to relax and unwind in the environment. You won't have to stay all day. It's NK Artistry, 16541 Oak Park Avenue in Tinley Park. Is nkartistrysalon.com to book your appointments. So feel free to come hang out with us there. But anyway, don't give them the fish. Teach a man how to fish and he will eat for a lifetime. That's it. So I'm all about teaching you how to fish instead of just offering you the fish. And guess what? If I don't know how to teach you, I'm going to find the person that does, that can lead you right to the place that you need to be. And that's what Neesha's Network is about, you guys. I don't have to be the one, but I want to be the one to lead you to the one. And I am that evangelist, I guess, if you would say. So anyway, that is what I wanted to share with you guys. Delayed is not denied. We've been waiting many years for many opportunities to come up. When a lot of people don't know this, when I was a little girl, I also wanted to be a journalist. I was fascinated with Oprah Winfrey. When I say I was fascinated with Oprah Winfrey, I thought her story was so spectacular, and I would just be like mesmerized. And a lot of people I know are controversial about just different people's faith backgrounds, but I am a sucker for a Cinderella story, and I always make jokes about this, but starting from the bottom, now I'm here. And not saying me, I'm here, but I love seeing people who have been really low on the totem pole and their growth and expansion superseded their imagination and more than their wildest dreams. The scripture says in Matthew 6:33, which is one of my life scriptures, seek ye first the kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. It doesn't matter how your story began, it's how your story ends. And that's the part. We can't stay stuck in how things are delayed and things are not moving fast enough for us, and how things have taken, we've been dealt a bad rap in life, or we've had disappointment, whether it be through divorce, whether it be through poverty, whether it be through loss of job or loss of income. Let me tell you something. As long as there is breath in your body, there is hope. There is hope, and there is hope for the world. So rise up, find out what your gift is, and come on, allow the Lord to make room for it. Your Bible says your gift will make room for you. You can have what you want. This is the season for it. I really believe that in my whole heart. So I wanted to say that as a hairstylist, as a life coach, as Neesha's Network, an influencer is what I am, and I am growing more and more to have confident with that. I want to encourage you guys today, connect with Neesha's Network, and if it's not Neesha's Network, connect with some network that is going to cause your life to expand and to grow. It has been great talking to you guys today. If there are no more questions, my sister said, when the door opens, walk in it. When God opens a door for you guys, walk in it. Ebony said, rob the graveyard, die empty. Dr. Miles Monroe, they said the graveyard is one of the richest places in the world because so many people don't live out and fulfill their full capacity of the vision that God put inside of them. And you didn't put that vision inside yourself. If you think about it, like, I want to do this. Well, what made you think that you wanted to do that? The vision was placed in your heart for a reason. You just have to connect with the people that are going to help you push and fulfill your vision. So that's all I have for today. I went around the long mulberry bush of telling you all a little bit of history about Neesha, a little bit about delayed is not denied, to just trust God is coming, to tap into learning how to fish so you'll never have to be starved ever in your life. We talked about, give it all, walk through the doors, give everything you got, take a risk, raise your hand, say, I'm here, show yourself and show up and say, I'm here and I matter. All of that is real good, you guys. So I am going to sign off now. It's been great talking to you guys. This month, just so you know, this month is March, and they are calling it Women History Month. I never knew that, right? I know they come up with new things throughout the years, but I've never heard that before. So I am interviewing people this month that I have no clue who they are. They are new people in my life that God placed there. So it's going to be an exciting month of March as we're marching into some March madness of new and exciting people that I think you should know. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off. Thank you all so much for joining me, the ones who have joined me today. And I'll see you next Wednesday on Neesha's Network, where we will be sharing the gift of putting people's businesses on display.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, we gon' put your business on display.